Hey everyone, how's it going? Double MMA here, and today we're gonna rank top five Mexican fighters. I'm not gonna lie, I kind of messed up last week. I thought that last weekend was gonna be the Paris card, but I was wrong. I remember I woke up that Saturday ready to watch it, and then I looked at ESPN Plus and it said not this week. So then I was just like, damn. So now I gotta make another video this week, which is all good. I wanted to do that. So we're gonna stick true to what's in my blood, and we're just gonna rank the top five. And before we get started with that, we're gonna have some honorable mentions. Um, I want to put people who are born from Mexico, even though we have like a couple of Mexican American people who have been really good. Like Henry Cejudo's pretty good. He's actually really good. He has like a gold medal in Olympics and a double champ in the UFC, but he's not been kind to Mexican people. He's like, that's why Mexican people don't like him. He's like kind of been racist towards us for some reason. Like he like denounces nationality, which is why I'm not gonna mention him here. But I just thought I'd bring him up just because he does has good accolades. Raul Rosas Jr. pretty good. Only one loss so far. Still young, still a lot to grow. Brian Ortega, very high level. Just came off a loss, but it is what it is. Manuel Torres, he's pretty good finisher, but he just got knocked out last fight. I think he's just like a chaotic storm where if people stop him, he would like just shrivels up. I saw him quit the last fight. I'm not gonna lie, maybe that's a little bit mean, but I saw him quit. And Irene Aldana, she was pretty decent. Like she came up short against Amanda Nunes, came back in December of last year, had a really good scrap, and then she just lost again. And I think that's gonna do it for my honorable mention. So let's get to the list. Coming in and our number 5 spot, I'm gonna start off with Lazy Boy Ronaldo Rodriguez. He's pretty new to the UFC. He only has 2 fights, but this kid is pretty awesome. Now I say kid, but he's kind of like older than me. But he's only had 2 fights, but they've been both pretty exciting. He was on the Mexico card back in February. Got an armbar versus Brandon R in round 2. Pretty awesome, good start to his career. And then of course he was probably like one of the biggest highlights on the main card of the Sphere. He was against Ode Osborne, and a lot of people were against that because Ode Osborne was kind of like trash or whatever, not a good fighter. He loses like almost all his fights, whatever the case may be. But against Lazy Boy, not gonna lie, it looked pretty bad in the first part. In the first round, he got knocked down pretty bad, and then after he got knocked down, he got put into a very deep triangle. And maybe hearing that is like, oh, he's not that good, because like, why would you let that happen to yourself? But I say it's not how good you are like when things are good, but how good you can be when things are not looking good. And here, he got knocked down. He was getting almost like in a submission that most people would go to sleep in, but he fought. He fought like with his like life, like a Mexican, I guess is the best way I can put it. He fought really hard, and he got out of the position and recovered. And I think he finished the round pretty good, even though he definitely lost that first round. Came back the second round looking a lot better, taking him down, going to war, trading here and there. Third round, some of the same. He was stuffing a lot of the takedowns from Ozzy Osbourne, striking a little bit more, and he won decision. Can't complain, It would have been nicer to see him finish, but it was definitely one of the biggest highlights of the fight. He only has 2 fights in the UFC right now, but so far I think he's doing pretty good for himself. Hopefully in his next fight he puts out a better statement, maybe a good finish as he starts climbing the rankings. And yeah, so that's our number 5th rod, Lazy Boy Rodriguez. And our number 4 spot, we got none other than Daniel Zuherber. I don't know why I can never pronounce his last name. It's such a weird last name. I've never heard of it. Golden Boy. Looks like Ryan Garcia from the UFC. Just came off of that awesome war against Ripovich. Fight of the year. I'm claiming it right now. Like, that's my fight of the year, dude. That was incredible. I rewatched it again like last weekend just because I was bored, and oh my god, what a fight. Oh jeez. He's been in the UFC for a little while now. He joined in September of 2022. He lost his debut. It is what it is. Then he came back April of last year, won a decision. Then September, the Noche UFC of last year, that's when I saw him for the first time. He got a pretty good little submission against Giagos, round 2. And then of course we saw him in February against Prado, and it was just a striking clinic. The Prado was just kind of a charging bull. He used his jab and his 1-2s to maintain the distance, and he won the fight like that, just taking his shots, hurting him, and the guy looked completely beat up and just finished. And of course, like the highlight of his career so far, his fight at the Sphere. Oh my God, dude. The first round was all him. No, the first round was Mitrovic. I think he did more to push the pressure, landing here and there. Zellhuber had a little bit of moments here and there, nothing too crazy. And then second round, that's when he started taking control, pushed the pace, boom, 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 run that round. So like going into the third, I had it one round, and then third round was when all chaos let loose. Like they just went out there swinging, and it was just who could connect first. And Zellhuber connected first with a mean elbow, and like he knocked them down. I was like, oh. And then like he was going for the finish, but Ribovic locked in, and then like they were in a little pocket exchange, and he landed an overright that just wobbled Zellhuber, and bro went stumbling into the cage and was just like it felt like it depends on the referee, but perhaps it could have been stopped. But I'm glad it did it because wow, what a fight! He came back after like surviving that for like almost a minute, just getting pa 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 pa. He came back and started landing some bombs of his own, and they just went to war until the bell rang. It was a split decision loss for him. And I feel like even though he lost, his stock went up because it was just an incredible fight, and because of that, I put him at number 4. Pretty awesome, and I can't wait to see what he does next. And then on our number 3 spot, we got none other than the former flyweight champ herself, Alexa Grasso. Pretty disappointing to see her lose because she was the last champion we had. Like I remember, what was it, like by last February of last year, we had 3 Mexican champions: interim Yair, flyweight Moreno, flyweight Alexa. And oh man, bro, it was just like when we had Kamaru, Ngannou, and Izzy Adesanya, the three African kings. These were our Mexican kings and queens. And it's a little sad that it's an era of bygone. Could have happened again, perhaps. But we'll just have to like wait and see what happens. But then I remember I saw a post on Facebook, and I was like, don't be sad it was over, just be happy it happened. And that's true. It's a huge source of inspiration for myself and a lot of kids around the world as well. So I'm just happy we got to have that moment, even if it was brief. So good on all of them. But yeah, I got number 3, Alexa Grasso. I think she's a very good boxer and kind of well-rounded here and there. But I think the trilogy with Valentina just kind of showed that maybe when she submitted Shevchenko, maybe it was kind of like a lucky like moment. Like I don't want to say it's like lucky because obviously she has to create the moments, like they just don't happen for her. So we gotta give respect where respect's due. But I think the second fight was super close. You could have gave it into Shevchenko maybe, but the draw was kind of weird. And then the last fight it was really lame, but you know she did what she had to do, and now she lost. I also think Alexa's super high class, and I think hopefully her next fight will get her back into title contention. Maybe Valentina. I don't know if Valentina's still gonna be around. She's old as hell. Maybe she goes and improves her wrestling, how to get under from bottom position. She could become a champ again. But yeah, I can't wait to see what she does next. Hopefully a title in the next year or two. I think she's still young. She still got it. There's a lot of favorable matchups in the flyweight division for her, so time will tell. And that's why she's at number 3. Number 2, this might be a little controversial. Maybe Alexa could have gone here, maybe not. But I put Yair Rodriguez because I think he's a GOAT. I met this boy, check it out, W Mans. He was actually really, really nice. Coming off 2 losses, you know, happens to the best of us. Moreno's on a 2-loss winning streak too. We'll talk about him later. But bro has been in the UFC for quite a while. I don't even want to go into all like it's like I'm looking at his like fight card, and it's taking a long time for it to load. So we're just gonna name some notable names he beat. He beat Andre Philly, Alex Caceres, BJ Penn, Frankie Edgar, the Korean Zombie. I think Jeremy Stevens. He lost to Max Holloway. Beat Ortega the first time, but it was because of an injury. Josh Emmett was probably his best performance. I really liked that performance. Then lost to Volk, and then lost to Brian. So you know, kind of a shaky career. He's lost to only the best of the best. But he, like I said, his when he was fighting, why I put him in second place is because his such unique striking. I don't think I've ever seen someone knock out into someone like going like this. He like, I don't know, like that's just some type of genius level that you would have to be some type of talented martial artist to pull off, and he did it. Like he baited the Korean Zombie to come, and when he came forward, he kind of did some weird slip, boom, and knocked him out. Like how do you do that? Like it is so impressive. Then he cooked BJ Penn. BJ Penn was pretty old, but he cooked him for sure, kicking him, doing crazy moves on him. That's pretty cool. And then, like I said, the most impressive performance for me was against Josh Emmett. Josh Emmett was still like a feared power puncher. We were like, I remember during the promos before their fight, we were seeing them replay his knockout of Magic Johnson. Oh, not Magic Johnson. What's his name? What's his name? Michael Jackson. I want to say Michael Jackson. No, not Michael Jackson. Sorry, I got distracted. Michael Johnson. Jeez, sorry about that. So yeah, we knew he had a lot of power coming into it, and Yair, like, he tagged him up, kicked him. I forgot exactly what happened. It was like a pretty like feeling out process in the first round, but he stayed out of power. I think in the second round, he threw like a flying knee, and then like Emmett used that to take him down, but then Yair threw up a triangle and got him, which I thought was pretty impressive. You know, I just thought he was a striking dude, and he submitted this dude. Maybe Emmett quit or whatever it is, but I think that's, like I said, the most impressive performance of his career. You know, even when against Volk, I think like he had a pretty good start, but you know, who cares how you start? It only matters how you finish. And it is what it is. And then Brian Ortega, he was cooking Brian Ortega the first round. Just Brian Ortega just made it something different. Like if Yair Rodriguez can't KO you with these crazy shots, Diego Lopez, Diego Lopez fucking killed him like 5 times and he was still in there. Isn't that crazy? So yeah, I don't know. I feel like if it was anybody else, like perhaps he would have gotten the like KO in the first or even first or second round. But no, Ortega survived and bounced back. So good on him. And now I'm just eagerly waiting for him to come back. I like to see him fight Arnold Allen. That would be a very fun fight. Maybe Giga Kikeje, whatever, that Georgian dude, or just anybody really. Maybe a trilogy with Brian Ortega for no reason. Maybe not actually. Just get better grappling, Yair, bro. And yeah, he's super excited. I can't wait to see him come back, because my ultimate dream is to see him come back, have a good like 2-3 fight winning streak, and then he can fight like Ilya, because I think him versus Ilya is gonna be awesome. Like, because I remember like I was kind of hoping for him to win against Brian, even though I like both fighters, because I thought that that him versus Ilya would have been an awesome build-up, because like he hates Ilya, bro. Like he was talking about, like, I remember they were asking him in the Q&A, he's like, hey, if you win this fight, would you like to fight Ilya? He's like, no, I don't want to fight him, I want to fuck him up. And I was like, damn, he mad. And so yeah, I'm still hoping for that one day. Maybe like I think Ilya's gonna be Max Holloway, but if he doesn't, maybe that'll be a good fight, like after like the loser of that fight or something. Very awesome to see. So yeah, that's why I got Yair number 2. I think he's very, very talented. Just has to work on a couple things, like more importantly his ground game, and I think he can be a champion one day for sure. Best believe. And of course, our number 1 Mexican is the one and only Brian Moreno. I met him too, W Mans for sure. Remember I asked him about Legos, as you do. And I mean, I don't know, how can I not put him on here? Like, the things I've seen from this guy has been nothing short of incredible. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna start right here at his fight against Brandon Royval. His first fight with Brandon Royval anyway. I forgot what exactly happened. They got into like a grappling exchange, and like it like dislocated or something like that. Like something on Brandon Royval. He hurt his arm and he couldn't continue the fight. And so Brandon Moreno finished him. I mean, like, it's a fight, you gotta do what you gotta do. Win's a win. And then if I remember correctly, like, I don't know if this is right or wrong, but if Figgy was supposed to fight somebody, they pulled out and Moreno stepped in on short notice. And they went to war, bro. I think this was I'm not sure if this is, what fight card was this on? Let me see. I think it's like an Adesanya fight card, I want to say. Let me see. Oh no, it was his own fight card. It's during like COVID times. So yeah, it was his own main event, and it was awesome. Back-to-back war, was a draw. Dana hit him with the, we gotta do the rematch. So then the next year, they fought again, and of course, the memorable performance of Moreno. They were fighting, having a good scrap the first round. Second round was pretty good too. Third round, bro takes Figgy's back and locks in a rear naked choke. Like, we see how good Figgy is right now, like in a bantamweight division, submitting Cody Garbrandt, knocking down Chito Vera, cooking Rob Font. Like, that's very impressive considering he went up in weight. And to see what Moreno was able to do, take his back and submit him, and like the grappling exchanges between these two guys was incredible, and that's why like I rate him so high, because his grappling is really really good, and like you see that his striking is really good as well. And like in this fight, that all paid off for him, because he submitted Figgy and became the first ever Mexican-born champion. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but I will be a champion one day, I promise you. And it came to fruition, bro. What a legendary day. And then they rematched the next year. It was a pretty like competitive fight back and forth. I think Figgy won just because he knocked down Brandon like once or two, like a couple times in the fight, and that's just like I think that's what led to him winning. It is what it is, you know. Can't always win them all. Moreno's forever cursed to never defend the belt. Womp womp. I think hopefully one day, hopefully. Then he went. This one Figgy was like hurt or whatever, so they needed to do something about interim belt. So it was Moreno versus Kai France. Not gonna lie, the first couple rounds didn't look that good. Kai was cooking him, and we all know how good Kai is. Just came off of a KO off of Steve Erceg. But Moreno, he locked in the third round, landed a really mean body kick to Kai France. Kind of like, it was like to the liver. Bro shut down, got the TKO. Really, really awesome win. Like, even in hindsight, like, what a win. Then he went back to fight Figgy, broke his eye or whatever it was, got the belt back, so he was on a back-to-back decision win. Then he fought Pantoja, and you know, he might have lost this fight, but you know, it takes two to tango, and these two, Pantoja and Moreno, they went to war. I just wish he won, I guess, to get that defense. I thought he was gonna win. It is what it is. Pantoja is like pretty good. I don't know how much longer he'll be champ though. I see him decaying. Maybe if they run it back again, he'll win. And well, yep, he lost. It is what it is. But very, very fun fight nonetheless. And then he fought Brandon Royval. I don't even know. This performance was not that good. I love you, Brandon, but he just kept spamming overhands and not doing anything else. Like, I don't know. Yeah, but like this year's like not looked good for him. The end of last year was not good for him. He's supposed to fight in Canada, I forget when, sometime soon, in November, I think, against Amir Albazi. Hopefully he can win that. Fingers crossed. You know, we just gotta see what type of Moreno comes out. He took a long time off, so they say, even though that's like typically how long it takes between fights anyway. So hopefully he wins that. But for everything he's done before, his amazing scrambles with Figgy, his war with Pantoja and Kai France, I don't know who else I can put at number one. He's the best Mexican flyweight and the best Mexican fighter, period. Hopefully I will take that spot one day, but we'll see. But anyways, yeah, this is gonna be it for the video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. And if you guys are new around here, be sure to subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers for the end of the year. Make it happen. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.